Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Hug Nation's Love Morning. Welcome to this Love Ambassador meetup. I am John Halcyon, and thank you for being a part of this daily practice. A daily practice of sharing gratitude, a daily practice of having an appointment with yourself each day, early in the day if possible, to say, hey, me, highest self me, would like to remind you of the person that you want to be today. Oh, yes? Remind me again who it is that I want to be today? Oh, you want to be kind, and you want to be giving, and you want to be patient, and you want to be a good listener, and you want to avoid too much scrolling. You want to try to avoid falling into a trap of anything that might distract you, especially things that online that might add to too much frustration and kind of low level, dread, which, not to be accusatory, but you've been falling into a little bit lately. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. We're good? We're good. Let's do some gratitude. Are you sure? Should we sing a song first? Well, it's up to you. Well, no, it's actually up to you. Well, we start with a song, and that is how we know that gratitude is the way to go. And if we just listen to the songs inside, everything good takes our minds for a ride. It's love morning. Everybody share. Oh, it's love morning. I think I know you care. Oh, it's love morning. We're wearing underwear. Oh, love morning. Good morning. I am grateful because my beloved is home. I got to pick up Lisa and our friend Misty from the airport this morning. I actually got to go inside the airport. They were stuck on the tarmac, so I got to park and stand by the luggage with a sign that said, Lisa Littlebird. And I pretended like I didn't know who she was. I was just looking over her head as she came down the escalator because I'm adorbs. I appreciate this opportunity. Welcome, Gervat. Welcome, Mingle. Welcome, Hope. I love you too, Mingle. And I love everyone who is making the choice to be a part of this practice. Thank you. Actually, I love everyone. Because they're humans and they're sharing this wild consciousness experience with me. I don't like everyone, but I love everyone. I happen to like everyone who's here. I like you, Gerbot. I like you, Mingle. I like you, Hope. I am feeling grateful for... I had a nice meeting with a friend last night, Brandon, who does a lot of work with online education and course development. And so he had offered to help me with the gratitude course that I've been working on. And I was excited to work with him and a little nervous. I was a little kind of, he called me that afternoon. He's like, or he messaged me, he said, how you feeling? I'm like, honestly, I'm feeling nervous. Like I'm feeling like I'm not well prepared. And I'm feeling like I might be embarrassed. Luckily, he's a friend that I've known for 45 years, and just saying it aloud made it go away, which I hope is something that I try to role model as frequently as possible, that when the feeling or thought of embarrassment or nervousness or shame arises, say it, and it diminishes its power so rapidly. Good morning, busload. Gerbot says, I'm grateful I was able to fix my tailgate opener yesterday with salvage parts from Pick and Pull. Next up, replacing the sunshade. Well done. I'm grateful that while Brandon was here, I attached some hardware, a handle to the door to the underground studio, because before that, the way I had to close it had like a gate, like, a gate closer, but so I had to like pull the door from the inside and hope that it would close. And so now it's got a handle so I can open and close it like a grown-up. Busload says, I'm grateful I'll be spending the summer solstice with friends on Friday. That was an alliteration masterpiece. Spending summer solstice with friends on Friday. F-f-f-f. And when I was meeting with my friend Brandon, and it was good for me to talk about it, and as he was sharing with me like basic principles of learning and basic principles of, what engages students in learning behavior, I got some really good ideas, or at least one that I'm really excited about. And I'm going to share it with you. Okay, don't tell anybody this. But a part of the course, I'm going to make some audio files that are going to be guided gratitudes. So kind of like a guided meditation, except it will be like a walking meditation that is like gratitude prompts. So like walk around your house. Okay, now walk into your bathroom. Turn on the faucet. Put your hand on that. Can you feel that water? Now bring some of that water into your mouth. It's drinkable. Some things we talk about here, like just remembering, oh my gosh, you have, it may not be what you choose to drink, but you have clean water that flows from your wall. Now go flush your toilet. Look at that. Do you know how many generations, how many people, how many families never knew what it was to be able to poop and click a switch and never think of it again? Maybe it'll be a separate audio that then will be like, hey, let's go walk to our fridge. Let's open the fridge. Do you have anything in there that's blah, 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 blah? Do you have any item that is a produce that's something that you've never grown? Isn't that amazing? You have access to all of this stuff. Do you have access to any spices in your kitchen that could taste, things? And so like making a experiential walking gratitude experience as part of the course to try to make it more than just me talking, and more than just worksheets. So I don't know. I get excited about the idea. I think it might be more than just the course. I think it might be just a cool tool. Gearbot says, grateful for axial tilt. And Dawn, good morning. Dawn sends hugs from sunny Utah. Thankful for my gardens. Today I picked cherries and raspberries. Whoa, that's so cool. Cherries and raspberries. I am grateful for all of my plants. My house plants are rocking right now, and I'm grateful for the little garden we've got. We got a single tomato plant. You may have heard me yesterday going to battle with the squirrel down there, so we might have to set up a netting or something. But I think I also thought about in the gratitude maybe doing an exercise as like a bonus exercise, because it's not something that you could. There's a timeline, but saying purchase either a Narcissus Paperwhite bulb or an Amaryllis bulb, and keep it in your house. Follow the directions, and each day look and see nature happening. If you've never done that, I highly recommend. It's not the right time of year, I don't think, but in the winter time, I think is when you plant a Narcissus or an Amaryllis, and they grow so fast, and the blooms are so rewarding. Narcissus, they smell so good, the little white flowers, and the Amaryllis is this bold red or different colors, but they grow so fast and require so little effort. If you are not someone who is enchanted by gardening and plants, it's pretty dramatic. It's a pretty easy way to go, wow, nature is magical. Gerbot says, it's a little overwhelming to think about all the things we can be grateful for, right? I mean, I think that's one of the reasons for my intentions around the course is that if without a practice, it's easy to just, it's like, where do you start? It's like you don't, and so it's hard for the mind to actually pay attention, because if you really start paying attention, it's everything. It's why I so love this practice of shared gratitude, because as you hear other people mention things, as Dawn mentioned her garden, I started to think about all the ways that I appreciate plants, as Gerbot talked about the fixing something, I remembered my gratitude about the handle experience. You share about being with friends, I remember, friends. And so I think that's one of the intentions of this thing that I'm working on is to help people's minds be guided to the places that there's so much gratitude. You just gotta have a reason to think about it. Gerbot says you got to teach the squirrel about boundaries. That's right, with netting. I've been trying to just explain it to the squirrel and why it hurts my feelings. But you're right. We need to enforce boundaries. Good morning, Natasha. By the way, I am grateful for your sharing of your pothos experiments in different mediums. It was so cool to see your photos of perlite and moss and water and how the different plants had done in your experiment. That was awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Today, Natasha's sharing, good morning from hot New Mexico. I'm grateful for the AC company that was able to get a technician out to me tomorrow morning after 2 failed attempts with another company during these 100-degree days. Also, so grateful to have AC in my home at all. I'm grateful for the many indoor plant propagation experiments I've been doing and the things it has been teaching me and me. So thank you. Good morning, Susan. I too am grateful for air conditioning. I turned mine on last night. When my friend came over, I was really uncomfortable, and I was trying to figure out where we could meet. And there was like a shaded area downstairs that I thought might be good enough. And honestly, I felt a little guilty about turning the AC on. And I didn't want to do it before my friend came over because I didn't want him to think that I was being decadent and wasteful. And as soon as I said, I'm feeling a little overheated right now, he goes, well, why don't you turn on your AC? I was like, thank you for permission. That was nice. Tasha says, maybe you should have the hug monster explain to the squirrel. That's an excellent idea. Hug monster is, what I should do is I should have the hug monster explain the problem to Asher, have Asher explain the situation to the squirrel. Because Asher seems to be, like, Asher's explanation of how to get syrup from trees was chef's kiss. Chris, good morning. Chris says, I'm grateful for the 92-degree weather at the moment and the light breeze. My yard plants are loving it too. Beats the 110 degrees we'll have later in the day. Oh. Well, I'm grateful for what I consider to be heat because it is definitely more tolerable than what y'all are describing. I'm grateful for a show that I really enjoyed. It's a new Predator animation on Hulu. It's like Hunter of Hunters, Predator Hunter of Hunters. Someone mentioned that it was really good, and I was like, really? So I watched it, and for what it was, it was great. For just like raw action, kind of like a kung fu movie, except with it's really cool. If you're looking for a fun action sci-fi, the new Predator Hunter of Hunters on Hulu. Good morning, Sherry. Sherry says Tutu is grandma in Hawaii. Oh, well, happy Grandma Tuesday then. Thank you. Sherry says, struggling today, but reaching for gratitude. Grateful for reading a physical book from the library. My vision has gotten so bad I quit reading. 2019 was the last time I could read an actual book. Although I think it's kind of adorable that you have a typo. Maybe you can't see because you don't have your reading glasses on, but you typed 2919. I'm teasing you. 19 was the last time I could actually read a book. I finally got almost good glasses and reading again. Yeah, I was talking about that yesterday. How, like, I was screwing it. I was using a drill and screwing in this handle, and I mean, I couldn't really see if the drill was in the right place. And it's like, man, it's a very different experience to live with non-perfect vision and non-perfect hearing. Like I have a slight ringing all the time, and I have blurry vision. It's like, if you don't have blurry vision and you don't have ringing in your ears, let's add that to the gratitude list. You might not even appreciate it now, but imagine not having it. It's kind of like that. Oh wow, I'm so grateful that I have digits on all these digits that are functional on both hands. Woohoo! Natasha says, FYI, my kids were not impressed by our amazing dog walk and ride video. We're officially old. It's too long, not the quick, addictive, real style they're used to. Oh, that's a little sad. I mean, I totally get it. The Natasha talking about the years ago. In fact, it's a pretty rad video. I should probably share it because it shows Natasha riding a pink fur bicycle with her pink hair and a pug in the basket, and then it's got a fun hip hop remix playing. Which you'd think all of those things would make for an entertaining video, but apparently it's not edited quick enough. Needs more whiz bang. Am I in bifocals yet? Natasha asked. Yes, now I'm embarrassed to say, these are my broadcasting glasses that are purely so because I like the way I look in glasses. That these have no lenses, but the glasses that I wear are progressive. So they're distance nothing readers, and these as well. My sunglasses, all the glasses that I wear, full time, are progressive. So readers, not much distance. Okay, any more gratitudes? Anyone want to share a little something they're feeling grateful for? I'm grateful that I have got choir practice today, and I am feeling so much more comfortable and excited than I was last week. Last week, I went through a whole growth experience of psyching myself up, and I was proud of myself for doing the uncomfortable thing, which didn't end up being as uncomfortable as I thought it was going to be. So excited to return to choir today and keep pushing down a path that is not easy for me. Thank you, Julie, and good morning. Actually, I had a pair of these that were just distance, and then now since I only wear progressives, I just got these new ones. I've also got, these are also progressives. I'm a big fan of Zenny. These are progressives too. Ooh, these are progressives too. Da. Julie says, I am grateful for a workplace where I am truly appreciated. Aww. That is a profoundly underrated gift. Like liking who you work with, or or finding joy or appreciation and gratitude in the workplace is so good, so important. Bustled says, I'm going to be devil's advocate. I think we need to watch. We don't keep repeating the mantra of telling ourselves we're old or uncool. We should keep being silly if we want. Just my opinion. I think it's a great reminder. And I think that you're right. I certainly struggle with the ongoing letting go of aspects of youth, that fade. And there are parts of it that I like. The person that you see in front of you with a white beard is this expression is part of my embracing, celebrating the changing of my aging self. But there's other parts, like the ringing in my ears is it's hard for me to not have attachment or not have negative feelings around that. So thanks for the reminder. Thanks, Susan. Kurtbot says, I'm like, what? Guifu for Wechtwick toothbuffs. I'm guessing that you typed that while brushing your teeth, in which case, very clever, my friend. Natasha's also grateful for a partner who goes for walks in the morning with me for health. Natasha's saying, I can say I'm officially old and still silly. I think that's the best case scenario. There's something that I've got on my desk that I wanted to share. So as I've been setting up the studio downstairs and figuring out all these things about audio, I've got all this old equipment that I used to use. And so I found a few things that, before I put them away. So I have these, like, when you see reporters, they've got these boxes on them. So I don't know if you knew this, but there was a brief period of time when I had a show on NBC.com. So it was called Fears, Regrets, Desires. And so I would record, well, more like this. There I go. There we go. Welcome to Fears, Regrets, Desires. Didn't last very long, didn't get a lot of following, but it was a super cool experience for me. And then I've got this other one. I had one this is one that has the PBC on it, which is the Pink Broadcasting Company, and TSS, which was Tramp Stamp Studios, which was a company I worked for. Funny, huh? Now you don't see these that much. People like hold out lav mics to do interviews. It's very strange. Hello, Brandy. Brandy is grateful to have actually accomplished a few of my more physically deeded. Well, I'm grateful to see you, Brandy. And grateful to share a few moments with everyone. I certainly feel more grateful, feel more connected, more excited for this day. So thanks for being a part of it. And I think we should share a hug before we head out into our days. And as we head out into our days, let's see if we can try to remind ourselves who we want to be. If we can take just a second now and go, if I can, let me be kind today. If I can, let me be patient. If I can, let me be forgiving. Let me be brave. Let me take an extra beat to think before I react, to decide if I want to react in the way that I might instinctively do so. Let me today see if I can be a love ambassador, if I can be a little friendlier. I've got choir today, so it's a room filled with people. It's easy for me to get a little overwhelmed. So I'm going to remind myself that my job is not to be cool or impress anyone, but simply to be an ambassador of love. And so if before I go in there, slow down a little bit and just remind myself to be friendly, I think that will be very helpful. So I'm going to try that today. Well, wherever you are, Let's give ourselves a big old squeeze, appreciating our bodies, appreciating this moment, appreciating all the little parts about our bodies that are functioning right now that good chance won't forever. In fact, 100% won't forever. So let's appreciate all the parts that are working, all the systems, all the sensations, all the digits, all the muscles, all the synapses. Let's appreciate this opportunity to think and connect. Appreciate the people in our lives, the day ahead, and the inspiration that we are and that we are exposed to. So let's take a deep breath in together. Feel connected in this moment as we squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of us here, thanks for being here for our love morning. Blessings on your day. Love you. Yay! Natasha says, I've been receiving compliments on my Love Ambassador shirt at Trader Joe's a few times now. Awesome. I love that. I got an email this morning that a guy in my men's group put the men's group sticker on his car. He goes, I haven't had a sticker on my car in 30 years, but I felt called. I'm like, stickers are my love language. Happy Tuesday.